What's it like to be successful? What's it like? What are the positives? And then we'll come on to the
free
issues.
stuff.
Yeah, free stuff.
Actually, yeah.
That's what my memory of it is, just not really ever having to pay for anything.
Right.
So the more money you had, the more free stuff you got.
Yeah.
You go to a club and never buy a drink.
Yeah.
You get free clothes.
Yeah.
And so I don't know how I spent all my money. I really don't. So,
I know, you're totally true, right?
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
And that was
Handbags.
the thing, so, but you still end up spending lots of money. And then, when things like that change, which certain things do, certain things don't, I still don't buy drinks. But that is a difficult thing to do. Any little thing like that is a difficult thing to do with success. Like
Yeah.
you're up there,
Yeah.
you get everything you want, and then suddenly you don't. Or the next person gets it. Because you're not that. You're not that
Like you
person.
can't go to the club and go, can I have a table?
No,
anymore.
we're just giving it to.
I can't even get into a club.
Yeah,
I
and
don't get a table.
that was a. I think that was a
That's
really
for a
big,
different reason.
a big problem with fame in general. I think that was difficult to kind
You're
of
too
handle.
drunk, you're not coming in. Sorry.
Any chance?
Sorry, mate. It was a private one.
This is a podcast. You know, if you listen to this, it's not going to sound very good. Listen to your second
Oh,
conversation.
people are going to be laughing, sure.
Yeah, I think that was the main thing. I think the having stuff and then it sort of going away.
Yeah.
You know what? I definitely second that, and especially if you're not coming from. I came from nothing. My dad, basically Nigerian guy, came to the UK, and that was it. That's what he done. You're in the UK. That's what you did. No setting up, houses or dad. I'm leaving at 16. Here's some money, son. Or none of that. It was just like that. You're in the UK. That is all. And so literally everything else I had to fight for and do what I'm doing. So when, fame does do that, especially with, and I noticed it different, there's different sorts of fame. In the boy band I was in, we were famous like to little teenage girls between, 13 and 16, and we weren't that big, but, so you'd go to a place and then you'd put on your gear and you walk out and they'd scream and this and that. But Phats and Small, that fame was a different level. That was just, you know what I mean? It was crazy, man, and it was crazy to be able to walk to get off the plane as well. The great thing about house music is it really travels around the world. So in France it was the same, in Germany it was the same, in Italy it was the same, in Kazakhstan it's the same record, same thing, go on TV. I remember sitting in a TV show in France and they were going out in the street and people were impersonating me. This is in a different country. I was sitting there and the guy was like, yeah, it's the guy from Phats Small, and they were doing their thing and they were going up to different people doing that. But yeah, free stuff.
Okay, free stuff.
It comes down to free stuff.
For me, success brought something different, apart from free stuff. They always pick one. The press.
Oh, right,
And maybe I brought it on myself. But they pick one to not necessarily pick on, but to use as bait for
Punching
magazines,
bag. Yeah.
controversy, whatever. And I was that one because I wanted to have fun while I was living my dream. And if I got invited out on a night out, like when I met you at CGUK and we went out that night and I was doing like GY the same night and then next morning going to Germany with no sleep for like 3 days, I didn't care. I was loving life. I was a pop star. Yeah. And I went out. It was just brilliant. And I think because I wanted to live both sides of the coin and still manage to do my job, I was never late. Yeah. I was actually early. I'm an ultimate professional when it comes to work, but I play hard too. Press took hold of that. And so I'm the idiot of the band. And so that was what I was battling with success. No matter what I did, it was always worse. Mm-hmm. If I came out of a nightclub drunk, which I might have done in Newcastle on a Saturday night anyway, randomly, the one awkward shot would make it look 10 times worse. They had pictures up my skirts. They had pictures where they shouldn't have. Now you'd get arrested for that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. But back then they really went over the edge. Stories sold. They were following awful stuff. My parents got asked to sell stories. My ex-boyfriends. And then I got shit from the band. And in their defence, it was because they see this part of me and think that that's going to reflect on us as artists. And so I understand now where they were coming from, but I wasn't doing anything wrong. It was the press that was making it look worse than what it was. I still turned up and did my job, but I understand how it can look. But I didn't do anything wrong, and to be honest, I wouldn't change anything anyway.